Welcome to Melbourne for the first time ever. We're here in the rather gloomy winter with Nina, who represented Serbia 3 years ago in Dusseldorf. Hello, Nina.
Hi, Liam.
How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm in the middle of an experiment, but that's all right.
Well, let's talk about that first. So you're here at Melbourne University studying. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I've came here like a few months ago. I'm studying immunopharmacology. I actually finished pharmacy in Serbia. I was master of pharmacy, so I just came here to do PhD, and it's been great so far. It's been great. I'm enjoying myself.
So what is the experiment you're working on today?
Oh, I can't say that. I can't say your experimental design before you have results. So.
Okay, well we'll look forward to the results on that one.
Okay.
So I always find it very interesting to hear what all the Eurovision people do in their spare time. So you've obviously been studying pharmacology for quite some time. How is that with balancing both your studies and your music career?
You know what? I always loved music, and on the other side, like biosciences, natural sciences. So I always try to combine those stuff. I'm not giving up from music. I actually am trying to form a band here. So that's not for now, but yeah, I hope so. There's going to be something from that. Actually, you know what? Eurovision was an awesome experience, and that was like that part. But then I wanted to like start doing something more important with science. But then again, it's pretty hard in my head, in my world. So, but I managed to balance it, so that's all right.
Cool. Now, going back to Eurovision, the last time most of our viewers would have seen you would have been on the stage in Dusseldorf. What happened when you got back to Serbia, and what have you been doing since then between that and coming to Australia?
I was just writing my songs and playing with my band. I actually have still a cover band in Serbia, and we just had some gigs in Belgrade. It was awesome. We were just playing for our soul, because we love it. I haven't recorded that much from then, but it's because I had so much to do at uni and related to pharmacology. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
And is there an album on the way with your band in Serbia?
No, not really. But maybe with band here, we're gonna play our songs. So yeah.
Your song Charaban was very 60s pop. What is your usual style of music? Because I imagine that sort of kind of 60s vibe is not very conducive to having a band sort of environment.
Yeah. Well, it is interesting, that retro pop style, but I guess I would like to make more of a pop R&B, like nowadays music, commercial, but not that commercial, like just to be a little special, like, just to combine everything. So yeah, that would be preferred, of course. Yeah.
And here at Melbourne, do you tell your friends who you've met since about your Eurovision involvement? And given that Australia has a rather surprising interest in Eurovision, how do they react?
I usually don't talk about that, but I guess when I applied here for PhD, I had to tell my supervisors who am I. So then they told everyone in my lab and in my department, so everyone knows. But I guess they are surprised, and they're asking me all the time, like, why would you give up all of that and just came here and come here? And I said, well, I don't know. Why not?
Well, I guess as you said, there's a duality. There's your music and your science.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, you were involved with the Melbourne Eurovision fan meet a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
In Brunswick. How did you get involved with that?
I actually, there was a Eurovision quiz contest on, I'm not sure what television, doesn't matter. And someone of them tried to sing my song in Serbian, and I was like watching from my home here in Melbourne, and I had to tweet to them, like, said, like, good with singing my songs. And then Jason, he contacted me. He said, like, oh my God, you're here. Let's do something fun. He said he had an event here, so he said, can you sing? I said, of course I can sing. I can always sing. So yeah, that was it.
And you mentioned before we started that you haven't done an interview in a while, and I imagine you haven't done a Eurovision fan thing in a while. How is that like doing the press and the fan thing again after so many years wait and on the other side of the world?
Well, I have to tell you, I missed that. I missed all of that, and the fans on that evening, were so great. So everything was perfect. So yeah, I missed that, and I enjoyed.
Now, Serbia was missing from Eurovision this year. They've just announced that they're coming back to Junior Eurovision later this year in Malta. Do you think that Serbia should be in Eurovision? And what do you think Eurovision means to Serbian people?
I definitely think that Serbia should participate because we usually have a good song and good singers and pretty singers. So it's a great event just to follow from Serbia and to vote, and it's so exciting for people in Serbia. So I definitely think that we should keep competing. Yeah, you know what I meant.
Aside from your own song, of course, do you have a favorite Eurovision song from Serbia or even from Yugoslavia back in the day?
I have to say that would be Molitva, of course. And Marija Šerifović, she won, so that was pretty cool for us. So yeah, that event just brought Eurovision to our country. So yeah.
I have to say, Serbia in 2008, that was the first Eurovision I attended. So my very first time in Europe was in Belgrade.
Yeah, there you go.
And it was amazing. Yeah. Anyway, final question. Do you have a message for the readers, listeners and viewers of escextra.com?
Oh yeah, just keep following Eurovision. I think it's the most wonderful music festival in Europe, and I hope that Australia will maybe sometimes join and so it could be like a world competition. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Hvala, and look forward to hearing from you again soon.
No, thank you for having me.